You know how some people have a guilty pleasure like binge watching TV shows or eating an entire tub of ice cream in one sitting? Well, my guilty pleasure is a bit different. I'm absolutely obsessed with reading books about money. Over the years, I've devoured book after book after book after book on the subject, and I'm not even exaggerating. My friends and family think that I've totally lost the plot, but honestly, I just can't help myself. So today, I thought I'd share with you the 5 lessons I've learned from my endless reading spree, and trust me, you'll want to stick around for this. Lesson number 1, money is a skill. If your family was anything like mine, money wasn't a topic that was discussed openly. It wasn't exactly a taboo, but it just didn't make its way into everyday conversations. It's fascinating how our society idolises those with money, yet at the same time, we often demonise the pursuit of wealth by saying things like, "Ooh, money leads to corruption," or "money is for the selfish and materialistic." Growing up with these mixed messages about money leaves many of us yearning for more, but also feeling a bit uncomfortable and guilty when it comes to discussing it with friends, family, or even strangers. As a result, most people just suffer in silence, too afraid to ask questions or risk appearing greedy and money hungry. And it's this mindset that keeps many from ever accumulating significant wealth. Here's an intriguing observation. Those who excel at making money understand that it's not good or evil, it's just a skill that needs to be mastered. A bit like cooking. We all need to eat, and some people choose to learn how to cook, while others rely on ready meals and oven chips. If I'm totally honest, my other half cooks everything in our house, so I probably fall into that category too. But if you learn to cook, you can create gourmet meals at home every day, because the only thing you're paying extra for at a restaurant is the chef's expertise. And that's why I chose something that we don't eat at home. A bag of potatoes costs around £1.50, but you'll pay £3 for a small portion of that bag as chips from the local chippy, simply because they know how to cut the chips and have a deep fryer. Now, the same principle applies to money management. You can coast through life with financial microwave meals and use all your savings just to get a taste of those delicious chips and gravy from the chippy. Or you can learn about money and enjoy the chips every day. By mastering the skill of money management, you'll be able to make the most of your resources and indulge in life's finer experiences without breaking the bank. Many people, particularly those who grow up in families like mine, choose a losing strategy, just burying their heads in the sand and pretending that money doesn't matter, or complaining that the game is rigged so that there's no point in trying. Now, I'm not suggesting that everyone has equal opportunities. That's just not the case. Some people are born into money and have a financial blanket, while other people like me have just never had that luxury, but that's just how life works. But here's the crucial point. The only thing that you can control is how well you play the hand you've been dealt. The quality of your financial food is determined by how well you understand the rules and how effectively you execute your strategy. If you financially educate yourself and make your money work for you, then there's no reason why you can't enjoy watching a good return on your cash. The second lesson that I learned is that before you can worry about mastering the skill, you need to understand the rules of money. And I think the thing that holds most people back from even trying to understand the rules of money is they have this limiting belief that money is complicated. And if this is you, just know this: it's not your fault for thinking this way. There's a lot of money tied up on Wall Street and the financial industry at large, designed to make the whole system just seem a bit overwhelming, confusing, and to be honest, just brutally complicated. And why do they do this? Well, it's because it's good for them. If it was as easy as putting butter on toast, then they wouldn't be as rich, would they? So it's their incentive to make it seem undesirable and complicated. Stockbrokers, financial advisors, and even the banks who are happy to take your deposits and give you a small 1 to 2% interest rate on your savings, while they turn around and use that same money to buy, let's say, treasury bonds, yielding them 4%. So, just like that, for taking literally no additional risk, Because treasury bonds are backed by the American government and just about as safe an investment as you can get, they make twice as much money as you do with your own money. Isn't it crazy? But it almost seems unfair, but it's not. They're playing completely within the rules, which you could be too if you just knew the rules better. Now, here's the part I really want you to wrap your head around. Understanding how money works is not complicated. It's simply been made to look that way by people who stand to benefit from your ignorance. So let that sink in and then go ahead and get frustrated. And then make a decision to turn the table simply by committing to learning the rules of money cooking skill. There are a bunch of rules that we can dive into here, but here are 3 that I personally think that could be the most important. If you get your head wrapped around these, you'll probably have a solid foundation for cooking up your own financial success. Rule 1, money is attracted to those who give it the most attention. My financial life began to rapidly improve when I started implementing 2 practices. First, a budget, which although it's not glamorous, it is crucial. It's like a recipe in cooking. Without a recipe, you're just experimenting without guidance. The second practice is a daily financial audit. It's interesting that people who don't have a lot of money are often confused about what those who do actually do with their money. You've probably seen one of those videos where the person is saying things like, "This is how I became a millionaire in just 1 year." And then when you watch it, they're just trying to sell you a course. The courses are usually full of fluff, and the only way that that person actually became a millionaire is by simply selling that course to you. Instead, a really simple thing that millionaires do, that you can do too, is track your money and spending daily habits. It's not glamorous, but if you're paying attention to your money, then you'll be amazed to see how quickly your financial situation improves, because money is drawn to those who pay it the most attention. Rule number 2, hoarders generally do not become wealthy. Now, this might sound odd, but in my experience, you can often gauge how well someone's managing their finances by how they talk about money. If they view it as a limited resource, like a scarce ingredient in a recipe, then they're likely to be struggling financially. However, if they see money as an abundant resource, like well-stocked food cupboards, they're likely to be thriving financially. It's essential to view others not as competition, but as potential partners with who you can collectively build something bigger and also better. Don't be like a chef who hoards secret recipes. Instead, share your knowledge and resources to create something incredible together. Rule number 3, you can only do 3 things with money: spend it, save it, or invest it. This may seem obvious, but many people don't think about this fundamental truth about money. Most people struggle financially because they either spend too much, save too much, or invest in the wrong things. It's clear and obvious that spending too much or investing in the wrong things won't help you financially. Still, it might surprise you that saving too much could also hinder your financial success. Just like storing ingredients for too long can make them lose a freshness, the same goes for money due to inflation. Ultimately, you can either spend your money or invest it. When you view money through this lens, it becomes clear which path will lead to financial success. There are numerous strategies for achieving financial success, but the best might be this: commit to learning the rules of the financial kitchen. It's not as complicated as it seems, and once you understand how money works, you'll be well on your way to cooking up a brighter financial future. Now for lesson 3, find the right strategy for you. There's no one-size-fits-all strategy for financial success. The path taken by Warren Buffett, Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk are all different, and what works for one person might not work for another. If you're on lower incomes, it's essential to find a strategy that suits our unique circumstances, skills and goals. One highly effective strategy is to have something in place that makes money for you. Maybe you've got an Etsy business on the side, or you've got a YouTube channel that brings in some ad revenue. It's important to try and find something that can make you a bit of passive income, basically a side hustle. Even if it means not being so passive in the beginning, you might have to spend hours learning a new skill or working 2 jobs at the same time until you can hire someone else to take over. Passive income is really a lot of work up front, and then you can reap in the rewards later on. But this approach has helped me and many others create a reliable income stream and a more stable financial future. Lesson 4, embrace the power of collaboration. In the world of personal finance, collaboration and networking can be very valuable by connecting with others, sharing knowledge and resources, and also working together on projects. We can create opportunities for financial growth that would be challenging to achieve on our own. Building a strong network can also provide much needed support and encouragement in our financial journey. It's not easy doing all this alone, so if you've got any friend or family in a similar situation as you, then consider making a messaging group together. Create your own mastermind group effectively. You can even reach out to other successful people and see if they want to chat with you and also the group. Lesson 5, educate yourself and stay committed. I've learned that continuous learning and commitment are essential to achieving financial success. The world of money and finance is vast, and there's always more to learn. By staying curious, open-minded, and dedicated to our financial goals, we can create lasting positive change in our lives. Whether you read books, listen to podcasts, or attend workshops, make a commitment to your financial education and watch as your financial situation begins to improve. I hope these lessons that I've learned from reading over 100 books on money can inspire and empower you to take control of your finances and create the financial future that you deserve. Remember, it's never too late to start, and with the right mindset, strategies, and commitment, then you can achieve financial success.